Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Meal Kit number 106 for June 23rd to 25th. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of a special celebration at home. We've got an amazing menu for you this week, and pretty incredibly simple to make. There's a lot of different components to make to bring this to the next level, but I know you're going to love it, and I know it's going to be really easy. First thing you want to do is get your oven hot to 425 degrees, or if like me, you have a convection oven, go to 400 degrees. Always take 25 off. Next, we're going to preheat an oven-safe pan. Um, and let's see what Rich says. Medium-high heat, and then an additional non-stick pan, if possible, to medium-high heat. You can do that afterwards because you're going to put the kielbasa in the oven, and while it is baking, you can move the other pan over there. That's what I'm going to do. You want to start with 1 tablespoon per person of neutral oil, in my case, grapeseed oil. You can use canola oil or vegetable oil. And then get a little bit of butter for you as well. 1 tablespoon per person of unsalted butter. Always use unsalted butter. We've got this amazing homemade lamb kielbasa that the chef and the sous chef make at the restaurant. So this is Beverly Creek lamb, so local Ontario producer, and it's just fantastic. Make it in our own casings, and then cure it, smoke it, and you're just going to love it. It's a beautiful product. And then we've got these gorgeous little baby gem lettuces in order to put together for Caesar salad with every single possible Caesar salad ingredient you can imagine. So take all your baby gems, put it in a big mixing bowl so there's lots of space going around it. There we go. I'm going to keep this box just to put all the little containers, and then you can wash them out and recycle them. But my pan is getting hot, so while I go ahead and sear my lamb kielbasa. It's going to be 2 minutes per side, and then once it's seared, it's going in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay, so while that's searing, I've also got my beet puree, which is the prettiest pink color around, and that's heating up on low, and same thing with our lamb jus, also heating up on low. And you can just stir it every once in a while, make sure it doesn't get a little skin going on. Okay, so let's work on our salad. You're going to get some lemon wedges in there. Make sure to squeeze them. If there's any seeds visible, just pick them out before you start. And then lots of salt and pepper. And then our Caesar dressing. Now, I'm going to use a spatula for it so that I get good to the last drop, and make sure to spread it around because it's a thick dressing, so don't want it clumping all in the same place. I'm just going to spread the rest off of my spatula. There we go. I find the best way to toss these things is sort of watching the guys at Mad Radish, or if you've been to the States, Sweet Green. They use tongs up and down, and it seems to like pull and get the dressing more all even on all the lettuces. And especially because the baby gems are in these little wedges, you want to get the dressing all around. Hang that off. Okay, let's see how our lamb is doing. Nice and seared on one side. Top it over. A few minutes on there, and then it's going in the oven. I want to talk to you about the white wine that we've got going on. I'm super excited to try this. This is the first time I'm having Stratus's Weather Report Chardonnay. Stratus, an amazing producer in Niagara. They were the first LEED certified winery in the world. My friend Charles Baker, who is the winery sales director, he jokes that he's got 8 different recycling bins in his office. They're very, very green. Anyway, this weather report is only available to restaurants, and so we make it available to you. is going to be great with the Caesar salad. It's sort of big and bold and buttery, but it's got a nice bite of acidity to it and a little bit of minerality. I think you're going to love it. I know I do. Okay, so with the gem lettuces, you can get creative and do anything you like. I'm going to sort of fan them out because we have so many amazing toppings that I want people to be able to see them all. So I'm going to make a little flour out of all this. We might have to clean up the plate a little bit. And I know my lamb needs to go in the oven. Turn that way down. If you don't have a cast iron pan, please invest in one because it is super great. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. Just going to put a hood fan on so I don't set the place up with a fire alarm. All right, let's get back to our lovely plating of our lettuces. This guy doesn't have quite as much as the other one. Turn this guy over. You know what? This is going to be my Instagram one, so let's do that. Paper towel to clean things up. Gorgeous. Okay, hood fan can go off now. Now, in order, we're going to divide up capers, runaway capers. There we go. And then our croutons. Place them just so. And our lardon, which is our really delicious double smoked bacon. They're almost like bacon steaks. But don't worry, they've been cured and they're fully cooked. Here we are. And then Parmesan, which we've done all of the hard work on for you. That's a lot of Parmesan. And then, of course, our fresh dill on top, which really makes this Caesar pop. Divide it up nicely. Picture comes through. I'm going to put some capers on the top just to create a little contrast in my picture. You can choose capers at the beginning or at the end. Totally your call. I'm going to steal a little caper there because we need it to make it look beautiful for you folks. So, baby gem lettuce, Caesar with focaccia croutons, lardon, dill, lemon, Parmesan, and capers. All right, let's get ready for the main course. So again, medium-high heat on our second pan. And, oh yeah, I forgot, I put away the oil. Again, 1 tablespoon of neutral oil per person. Grapeseed for me. I hope I get this timing right because I don't want the kielbasa to be done before this so that we're not waiting around just filling time. Let's see, what else do I want to talk to you about? Oh yeah, next week we are taking the day off for Canada Day. So we are, because there's only 2 days next week, so Thursday and Saturday, although we are doing deliveries to Perth for pickup on Canada Day, July 1st. But nobody is at the restaurants, so we're not doing regular pickups and deliveries on Canada Day. So I hope everyone enjoys Canada Day. Because it's a 2-day week, a short week for us, we are not doing a big night in next week. So I hope you love the braised short rib menu that we've got going on. All right, so cremini mushrooms in the pan for 2 minutes before we add all the other stuff. We've done all the hard work of slicing them up for you. Now they're going to shrink down quite a bit and give it a nice mushroomy flavor to the sauce, which we're going to be in there. Now we've mixed them in with the Swiss chard, so make sure you get them all there that are underneath. Okay. So then we're going to add the lentils in the Swiss chard and the 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per person. I can actually start thinking about dessert now. So strawberry cheesecake with gin, caramel, and fresh mint. What you want to make sure to do is pull the caramel out of the fridge early so that it warms up so that it's easy to spread. I'm going to grab a couple spoons here. I didn't pull it out quite early enough to warm up to room temperature, so I'm going to be working my caramel a little bit more. Hey Google, off. I think my timing's going to work out just fine. I'm going to toss my butter in now and my lentils. These are fabulous French Dupuis lentils. Actually, they're Dupuis lentils, but they're from Saskatchewan, but originally a French lentil blend. Okay, we're going to put this over here so that my induction oven doesn't make fun of me. This is good, looking good on the lamb kielbasa. So for resting, I always like to use a baking sheet with a little cookie tray on it so that some airflow gets underneath it, but you can rest it on a plate or anything else that works for you. Okay, now that the lentils have a little bit of color, and we can throw the Swiss chard in. If there are some big pieces, feel free to rip them up. Get rid of this guy. I'll get back to cleaning our dessert. Yes, the caramel is actually done nice. What I might do, so I don't mess this up, I'm going to drizzle the caramel first and around. Sort of spread it out on the bottom. I'm definitely going to have to clean up the sides a little bit to make it look pretty. Something I'm going to need to have the chef teach me is how to plate caramel a little bit better. It is very tasty though. All right. This guy's going on. I'm going to clean up the plate and then I'm going to do the fresh mint. Hopefully I make this look good. Caramel is tricky because it's sticky. And our fresh mint. Again, if there are big pieces, you can divide it up. There we are. Hope you can see this well. Our beautiful local strawberry shortcake, strawberry cheesecake with gin, caramel, and fresh mint. All of our strawberries at this time of year come from Rideau Pines Farm in Manotick. These guys are amazing. Great farmers that we've been working with for 19 years now, and they do some best stuff. And they've got pick your own strawberries right now. So if you're looking for something to do on the weekend, get out to Rideau Pines Farm in Manotick. They're the nicest people around, and they've got the best produce. Okay, so our beet puree, looking good. I'm going to warm that up just a touch. Make sure that it's nice and hot. And our jus coming along. I'm going to spoon to stir that. Our veg is looking good. A little salt and pepper. I'm going to need a nice non-stick spoon for that one to be able to plate. All right, let's look at how we're planning. Beet puree followed by the lentils and veggie mixture. So the beet puree you can do in a couple different ways. you can sort of put it in a swoosh on the side, or, yes, turn that off, or you can do it as sort of a circle on the base, which is what I'm going to try. You know what? I am definitely going to use my spatula. So you get it all in there. And it's also plastic, so it doesn't mess up your pot if, like me, you've got a non-stick pot that you're using. Turn the heat off on that. One last stir. I'm going to do it so that it kind of meets the edge of the plate. And by the way, this is much easier than the caramel to do. Very nice. I forgot to talk about the red wine, by the way. So from Spain, Terra Alta, blended of indigenous Spanish grapes Garnacha and Samso and Carignan, vibrant red black fruit with red florals. I've had this one before, and I know I'm a big fan. That's really nice. Okay, veggie mixture is next. Make sure not to cover the beet puree completely. And divide the Swiss chard evenly. Smells great. The earthiness of the beets and the lentils and the mushrooms. And we've got the nice pop of the lamb kielbasa. And I'm going to move the lentils all into place there. And all right, our beautiful lamb jus. And we can go on top. And around the plate. And feel free to put some on your veg. And then finally, classic combo, we have some pickled mustard seeds. And feel free to put this on the side. And it is going to be a great contrast. Zoom it all around. There we go. Just cleaning it up. There we go. Our homemade lamb kielbasa with the beet puree, dupuis lentils, cremini mushrooms, Swiss chard, lamb jus, and pickled mustard seeds. I hope you love your meal this week. I'm very grateful for your support, for your order, and I really hope we get to cook and curate for you again before too long. Have a great weekend.